a lot of UFO news to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, one of the interesting things about the segments I'm going to show you today is the different takes people have on UFOs, the different information they're giving us or that they've been given. So let's give a listen, first of all, to what Danny Sheehan had to say on Julian Dory.
Okay, and to save the planet from a potential intervention, which we're not yet ready for.
Yeah.
Okay, on the part of the extraterrestrial people. And so what we've got to do is start getting our people prepared for this so that it can be a positive relationship that we have with the extraterrestrial civilization.
Okay, yeah, he believes that the elite, the establishment, are going to lead us into nuclear war or, some other calamity, and that the ETs will have to come in and intervene. And if we do that, we will no longer be the custodians of the planet. And indeed, this is what various experiencers report the beings saying. We will stop World War III, we will stop nuclear Armageddon, but if we do that, you will no longer be the rulers of Earth. We will, and you will be second fiddle. So don't do that. Are those beings telling the truth? I don't know, but Danny is saying yes, indeed, that is the case. And instead of doing that, we need to foster a good relationship with the phenomenon. And we need to be, better and obviously not have nuclear Armageddon, which is really a really interesting take. And that does correspond to, multiple experiencers who are saying that the beings are indeed, be able and willing to take custody of the planet if we prove to be poor custodians of it. But Lou Elizondo has a slightly different take.
They're not on our time scale, whatever they are, our timetable. And I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. We're talking off human time scales here, but that's relative. A tortoise lives 200 years plus, maybe even older, right? The oldest tree right now is what, several thousands of years old. Time is relative. They're not on our time scale, whatever they are, our timetable. They've got time on their side. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And so, say that, well, they've already done it. I'm not convinced. Maybe some folks in the Pentagon have speculated they're doing preparation of the battle space, maybe a 100-year, 200-year mission to do reconnaissance, figure out what resources are on this planet and what type of fight that they're going to have, and then be prepared for that.
Okay, so again, Lou Elizondo is saying the Pentagon is looking at the UFO phenomenon as a potential threat. They are here to doing reconnaissance, and they are going to attack us at some future date. Now, I think that's ridiculous because these guys have been around here for thousands and thousands of years, maybe millions of years. They may be the original occupants of the planet. They may have created humanity. Hey, they may have created life on Earth. They've been here for a while. If they wanted to attack us, they could have attacked us. And indeed, we may be a garden that they have cultivated and developed. Maybe they want a fresh start. I guess that's always possible. You look at flood myths and stuff like that, probably natural disasters, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe at some point, some group of beings wanted a fresh start. So that was Lou's information, or at least Lou relating what the Pentagon had to say. The UFOs are a threat. Okay, but there's other takes as well. But before we get into, my favorite take, let's look at what Ross says, because it closely aligns with what Lou is talking about how the UFOs are a threat.
Wouldn't it be a tragedy if our first encounter with a non-human intelligence led to us acting offensively, violently, and aggressively against them? And that's what I understand is happening. I am told we, the American public, should be informed we are using high pulse microwave weapons against non-human craft. And we are bringing those craft down so that we can retrieve them and salvage the technology. God knows what we're doing to the alien beings inside those craft. I hope we treat them with respect. Heaven help us if there's ever a reckoning for the crimes and the immoralities that we've committed in the name of national security.
Yeah, amen, Ross. Okay, that's not a great screen grab, but I don't know if that's a great screen grab either. But yeah, so we are shooting UFOs down, and we have for a long time, not just using the weapons that Ross is talking about. We've used missiles, we've used, depleted uranium rounds, we've used just regular bullets fired from a military jet that was somehow successful in bringing one of these things down. According to the pilot that did it. It's something that's been going on for a long time. We are obviously shooting down at least one or multiple races of being down. Meanwhile, we are working with the occupants of other UFOs. The UFO control group is working with beings. They are assisting in abductions. They are doing something. Now, some people believe that contract, at least with one of those races that we are working with, or that the control group is working with, has expired. That just expired like last month or something. And that now it's a whole new ball game and anything is possible. And that maybe what is going on and leading up to the big mass contact event in 2026 or 2027. The catastrophic disclosure is coming. The gloves are off. Stuff is going to hit the fan. Who knows, but we are shooting at them. There are people in the Pentagon, or at least in the control group anyway, that regard the UFO phenomenon, or at least some faction of it, as a threat, which is what Lou is talking about. These people regard the phenomenon as a threat, at least the races that they are not working with. So are they working with the good guys, or are they working with the bad guys? Do we trust the control group to be working on our best, with our best interest and the universe's best interest? I don't. So is that, Lou pushing a threat narrative, or the Pentagon or the control group pushing a threat narrative through Lou? Because of course it's not just Lou that is talking about the threat narrative and how the UFOs are a threat. Tom DeLonge and many others have talked about how the control group views the phenomenon as a threat, and therefore we should too. I don't think that is healthy at all, and let's let Graham Hancock tell us why.
Fortunate to know the Peruvian shaman Pablo Amaringo. And
I didn't know you knew him.
I did, and had his permission to reproduce a number of his images in my book Supernatural, which has recently been retitled Visionary in the United States, with a new forward and afterward, but the main text remains the same. I did ask Pablo specifically why he is painting UFOs in his flying saucers, literally. That's what they look like. And I said, are you telling us that we're being visited by beings from other planets? What are these flying saucers that you're depicting? And again, very matter of fact, he said, oh, well, those are vehicles for entering and leaving the spirit world.
UFOs entering and leaving the spirit world. Now, that corresponds to a lot of my research. A lot of these UFOs seem to come and go from some other plane of existence. Higher dimension, higher vibratory level, different density, whatever you want to call it. They seem to be coming and going from beyond our 3 or 4 dimensions. If, time is the 4th dimension, they seem to be able to go beyond that, somewhere else. And if you can go beyond time, you can go probably, anywhere in time, but they can go into a different level of reality entirely. Some experiencers report being taken to what they call a deeper level of reality. Billy Strieber used those exact words. I think Deep Prasad did as well. It's really interesting that not only do these beings seem to come from there, but they can take us there as well, and that these ships seem to be able to transverse dimensions. Do those ships originate from those dimensions? Were they built in our regular mundane reality to be able to go there? Did aliens on some other planet in our reality build ships that could go into other dimensions? Or did they come from there? Well, according to Costa Micrius, who I was very lucky to have on my channel, and I hope to have him doing an interview again in the near future, well, he says the UFOs are spirit guides. And I know somebody locally in town that I'm hoping to interview, who hopefully is going to lead a Skywatch in the near future for my UFO group. He can summon UFOs. And I've seen the videos of him doing this, and I'm looking forward to seeing him doing this in person. And he can also communicate with those beings. And at one point, he asked them, "What are you guys?" He said exactly what Costa said, that the beings reported, they are his spirit guides. So is the bright lights he's seeing, are those craft originating from another dimension? A higher realm of existence where spirits live? I don't know, guys, but that seems to be where a lot of the research goes. Even near-death experiences will shed some light on that. A lot of these craft come from somewhere else. Peter Maxwell Slattery, again, who I was very lucky to have on the channel. I love Peter. He has amazing information. He has a great story. His life is incredible. His contact with the phenomenon is just incredible. And he says that only like the bottom 15% of the UFO phenomenon is nuts and bolts stuff. That the vast majority of it is other dimensional, metaphysical, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. So that seems to be where the research goes, is that so much of the UFO phenomenon is indeed metaphysical. Whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to put on it. And that a lot of these craft seem to be coming from somewhere else entirely, beyond our reality. Yeah, don't shoot at them. You could be shooting at your spirit guides. That sounds crazy. That sounds woo-woo, but that is where a lot of the research goes. So does the UFO control group know what they're doing? Are they shooting at bad guys? Because I guess, theoretically, if there are ships coming from another dimension that could be benevolent, I guess you could have negative entities as well. Theoretically, the UFO control group could be shooting at bad guys in dealing with good guys. I would like for that to be the case, but nothing the UFO control group has ever done, taking people out, suppressing our awareness of the phenomenon, makes me think that they are allied with good guys. But let me know what you think. Let me know which take do you resonate with the most. Danny Sheehan saying the beings are going to have to intervene with humanity to prevent World War III or us devastating the planet, and that we need to do better and to foster good relationships with the phenomenon, which absolutely 100%. Do you like Lou's take that UFOs are a threat and they are here to do surveillance for some future invasion? Do you prefer Graham Hancock's take that we are dealing with beings from beyond? So let me know your favorite take. I think we can probably, most of us agree that we shouldn't be shooting at them. But we are, guys. We are. That's why we need UFO disclosure. That's why we need the public to be aware of this, to put pressure on Congress to expose the secrets of the UFO control group, because we need oversight of the UFO control group, because they are doing things on humanity's behalf that we may not want them to do. So yeah, let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button, the bell to be notified of future videos. Grab a t-shirt or a coffee mug in the merch store below. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.